think they have network issues.
May Holy Spirit take control of this meeting, and everything we are going to do, let it be to the glory of yours, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Thank you very much. I think we can now commence the formal discussion today. The forum stipulated by Article 13 of the Articles of Association of our company is 10 shareholders present in person or by proxy. Can the registrar please confirm that the forum has been formed?
Directors, regulatory officers present, and esteemed shareholders. My name is Mary Adeleye. I represent Coronation Registrars Limited, the register to NASD PLC. We have, at the start of this meeting, we have for the meeting. With this information, Mr. Chairman, we have formed the forum.
Thank you very much, Coronation Registrar. Based on the reports from the registrar, I hereby declare that a quorum has been formed in compliance with Article 13 of the company's Articles of Association. Therefore, this meeting is properly constituted. Before we proceed to the formal agenda for the meeting, I would like to introduce to you very briefly the members of the Board of Directors and other officials of statutory organizations that are here today. Ladies and gentlemen, my name remains Kayode, by your grace and the grace of God, our director. Next name is Mr. Ario Olusekun, who is the chair of Finance and Investment Committee. Ishmael is chair of our Rules Committee. Next to Ario Olusekun is your managing director, Mr. Ibrahide Longe, whom I'm sure we all know very well. To my immediate left is our company secretary, Mrs. Omolola Ikwagu, representing GIO nominees. Next to her is Alhaji Abubakar Lawal, who also is the chairperson of our governance committee. Okay. We have other directors that may still join us, I believe. Or that AO is unable to make it today, and we have Abayomi to represent. Well, it's okay. I'm sure some of them will be in the audience, but not everybody that is on the head. Thank you. Okay, is there any other audit committee member that is there? Okay, please. All right, thank you very much. Sorry about that. Please. Juliet, back up. Thank you very much. Round of applause for Mrs. Juliet Baker. Thank you very much. Is there any other member of the collective? Okay, thank you very much. Now, representing the Securities and Exchange Commission, our regulators, are two people, Mr. David Mora Ebunu and Ms. Tonia Nwasimu. I hope I got that out. Please, Seth, thank you very much. I give you a round of applause. CACA, I understand, is on their way, so they will meet us in the course of this meeting. Fellow shareholders, may I inform you that roving microphones and amplifying equipment are available. So when called upon to speak, I will request that you start by stating your name, and in case you represent any shareholder association or any company, please state so before you speak. That will enable the Secretariat to have adequate records of the proceeding. Thank you very much. I would also like to inform members that in accordance with Section 235, subsection 7 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the register of directors' shareholdings is available for inspection throughout the meeting. The company secretary has just read that. So if for any reason anybody wishes to have recourse to that register, it is available for us to look at today. I will now call upon the company secretary to read the notice of the meeting. And the notice of the meeting has been published on page 9 of the annual report. Company secretary, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, distinguished directors, distinguished shareholders, distinguished members of the audit committee, regulators present. The notice of the 11th annual general meeting of NASD PLC. Notices have been duly sent out and progress also received from those who are not going to be here. Notice is hereby taken that the 11th annual general meeting of NASD PLC, the company, will hold on Tuesday, 24th day of September 2024. At Colonel Hotel, 21 Alfred Lorame Road, Lagos, at 11 a.m. to transact the following business. Ordinary business. 1. To present and consider the audited financial statement of the company for the year ended 31st December 2023, together with the report of the directors, auditors, and audit committee thereon. 2. To ratify the appointment of Mrs. Aisha Abraham as an independent non-executive director.
Yes.
3. To elect the following directors who retire by rotation at this meeting and being eligible offer themselves for re-election.
Mrs. Kelechi Ezezika, Mrs. Olayimika Bolo, and Mr. Ishmael Obodagen. 4, to reappoint KPMG as auditors of the company and authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors. 5, to elect or re-elect members of the statutory audit committee. 6, to disclose the remuneration of managers pursuant to section 257 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020. Special business. To consider and if thought fit, pass the following special resolution. That the articles of association of the company be amended by consolidating to consider and if thought fit, pass the following ordinary resolution. That the total remuneration of directors of the company for the year ending December 31, 2024 be and is hereby fixed at 8,325,000 naira only. Fourthly, a member entitled to attend and vote at the annual general meeting is entitled to appoint a proxy to attend and vote in his, her, or instead. For the appointment to be valid, a completed and duly stamped form must be deposited at the office of the company's registrar, Coronation Registrar Limited, behind Amadu Street, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria, or sent via email to informer@coronationregistrar.com not less than 48 hours before the time fixed for the meeting. The blank house form is attached to the annual report. No.
Thank you very much.
So I'll go on to the last one. Several would like to ask questions. The right to ask holders and holders of the common security to ask questions, not only at the meeting, but also in writing, prior to the meeting, on any item contained in the annual report to the account document. Please send questions, comments, and observations to the company, 9th floor, UBA building, 27 Marina, Lagos, or the email of the company secretary, l@the office of the company secretary, GIO nominee meeting, 8640, Bishop Aboyade Street, Victoria Island, Lagos, not later than July 20, 2024. Questions will be presented at the committee and answered thereafter. Dated this is the first day of July 2024 by order of the board and signed by me on behalf of GIO nominee committee. Thank you very much.
Distinguished shareholders, it is now time for the chairman's statement. I intend to amplify some parts of the statement. So if I have your permission, I will remain standing with the permission I can see. Thank you very much. Yes, I know that we want to save time, but it's important for us to amplify some things that are in that statement. So I will make it clear that, but I will make sure that we do not use too much of your time. Thank you very much.
We respect you, and you because of your opinions. But for the fact that the former directors of this place have robbed this place and will not want to take the time of it, please.
No, there's no reference to that.
No, you are starting on a new way.
Yes. No problem. I understand what you're saying. No, there's no reference to anything that.
You have a situation that of the Nigerians, people over 80 years old, out of inefficiency, start on the new way.
So thank you very much. So distinguished shareholders, esteemed regulators, members of the board of directors, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my pleasure to welcome you to the 11th annual general meeting of your company, NASD. But before proceeding, let me also take the opportunity to thank all of you for coming and to especially recognize a few of us. Everybody here is very important, but I especially recognize Mr. Femi Aoyemi Oshia, very important market. I recognize Mr. Chibuz of the Executive General of the Defense Association of Nigeria. I recognize Mr. Sam Chijoke of Virus, one of our stakeholders, and also Mimi Ishoda, legal advisor of DFG, one of our shareholders. In addition, I want to recognize one person that has been a very active person in this market. Disappeared, but I think seeing him here today, Nicholas Okoye. We are happy to welcome you back to the Nigerian capital market. So I have already presented a lot of people in the report that you have about the published. And therefore, in terms of global economy, I'll simply summarize by saying that all that has happened between Russia and Ukraine and in the Middle East has obviously affected the potentials of every nation and companies that operate in the nation. The same thing has happened in the Nigerian economy. And the Nigerian economy has fared a little bit better than we would have expected, that we thought would happen, given the fact that 2023 was the year of the election. Beyond the economy, which affected every company, is our own company and how we are fared. And here, I would like to speak about what has happened in 2023 as compared to 2022 in our company. If you look at that statement, we will see that there has been a significant growth in the activity of the company between 2022 and 2023. For instance, you will notice that the market capitalization of NASD grew by 35% between 2022 and 2023, moving from 932 billion to 1.26 trillion. The same thing has happened to the NASD securities and index, which has grown by about 31%, moving from 709 to 927 in 2023. Same thing has happened to the volume and value of shares traded, and indeed to the number of deals executed. So that we can begin where a company is heading. Distinguished shareholders, in the year under review, that is 2023, your company generated transaction income of 295 million, representing an increase of 25.7% compared to the 234.9 million recorded in the year 2022. The company's investment income, however, increased by 19.5% to 53.1 to 42.7 million. Total expenses was well managed, experiencing just a slight increase of 2.7%. That was very important for us as a board, given the fact that we thought that the two sides to the equation of profitability, if your revenue is not growing as much as you want, then you must be able to contain your cost as much as you can. Having said that, I'm going to talk briefly about the board of directors and the outlook, more important. Today, the board has gone through some changes in the last general meeting. During the year, the board appointed Mrs. Aisha Ibrahim, independent non-executive director, because we were required to do that by the Security and Exchange Commission. She is a seasoned professional whose experience cuts across different sectors that include commercial banking, investment banking, and real estate sectors, amongst others. We believe that our appointment has broadened diversity and deepened the corporate governance function of the bank. What do I mean by diversity? We need to have more females on the board, and of course, to have some spread in geography. The Zay Shetty is from the north, and also, so we use one bird, one stone, to kill two birds. Furthermore, in accordance with the provisions of KAMA that governs the rotation of directors, the following directors were there to move for election today: Mrs. Bolo, Mrs. Kenichi Ezezika, and Mr. Ishmael Oboda. I wish to appeal to all of you, to our distinguished shareholders, to cast your votes in favor of these directors in order to ensure stability and continuity in the board's activities. As you know, a stable board is a very key element for a successful company. Without the stability on the board, you will not really have.
That's a modular.
What happened? It's from there.
Indicating a growth of 140%. In the same period, the market capitalization increased by 143% from 1.26 trillion to over 3 trillion. The value of traded securities also grew from 37.58 billion to 53.5 billion naira, representing a growth of 42.5% over a period of 38 weeks. In addition, the number of deals executed in the market, in your market, over the last 38 weeks has grown from 3,838 deals to 5,821 deals. We will ensure that this is made available to those who wish to. So essentially what I'm saying is that from where I stand, along with my colleagues on this side, who are the directors, we are not yet there, but your company, in my view, is making a lot of progress. Look at where we were in 2022, 2023, and where we are today, 9 months in 2024. That is a very significant number. At the NASD pensions index has grown by 275%. So you can see a positive trend in the trajectory of the company. Furthermore, from what we have seen from our performance to date, we project that this company will achieve a net income of around 400 million by the end of 2024, which is a significant improvement from the 69.6 million loss which we recorded as of December 2023. And therefore, we wish to inform shareholders that the board has also taken steps to enhance and service offerings. I think it's important to give you this feedback because these were the issues that some of us raised at interaction with us when this new board came into place. Engage shareholders, and we got the figure. It's our duty to not only do those things you ask us to do, but also to let you know where we are in that process. We want you to know broadening our service offering. And please to note that the SEC has now approved our digital security solution initiative, which will enable us to trade digital securities on the NASD. We believe that this will attract the younger generation in Nigeria and other parts of the world to our market. We have also deployed our mobile app, and participants in the market have full access to our services worldwide. Secondly, we have recently received approval from the regulator to trade commercial papers in the market. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a game changer for the NASD. And this was secured through diligent and purposeful engagement between the SEC and our management led by Mr. Loge and his team. We seize this opportunity to thank the SEC for its willingness to encourage new initiatives by the NASD as we look forward to receiving its blessings on other outstanding initiatives that are designed to drive value and value of trade on this market. Thirdly, the recognition of the importance of the creative industry. That's another feedback. A lot of our youth are in the creative industry, and we recognize that. And as a board, we have also taken as a major driver of economic growth in Nigeria, and we are in close engagement with major participants in that industry to ensure we commence issuance of products that will position the NASD as a platform for engaging, for aggregating capital and engaging operators in this very important sector of our economy. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank my colleagues on the board, well as management team, the staff of the company for their diligence and the hard work that has gone into some of these things that we're talking about. As I said, we are not yet there. We are progressing in the right direction. And with the cooperation of everybody, shareholders, key shareholders, minor shareholders, major shareholders, I believe we will get to the promised land. I also want to thank the Securities and Exchange Commission for its continued efforts at maintaining a vibrant and robust capital market, and for also listening to us, particularly when we require the intervention in terms of product delivery and expanding our service offering. But most importantly, I send my felicitations to you and shareholders for continuing to support the cost of development of our dear company. I want to assure you, shareholders, that we have looked at the Nigerian capital market and we have examined it thoroughly in detail, and we have also fashioned a distinct course of action that will ensure we have sustained growth in NASD. This has been agreed with management. Our duty as a board to then ensure that we drive them to reach the promised land. As a result, I will look forward with great expectation to better years ahead for your company. I want to thank you for indulging me to speak for a few minutes, because I know traditionally, because of time, you have just wanted to take it and learn. But it's 9 months into this new year. I thought it is important for us to know where we are. And also, it will also, when you also have good news, that's a way of energizing all of us. Perhaps some of you that have not been participating in the NASD in that market, when you hear where we are now, that will also enable you, propel you to also help us in the group. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now move to item number 1 on the agenda. As I am sure you agree, each member will have received a copy of the annual report and accounts of the directors for the period ended 31st December 2023 for the required statutory period. I would now like to formally lay before the meeting the audited financial statement of the company for the year ended 31st December 2023, together with the report of the directors, auditors, and audit committee thereof. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now call upon this. I'm sure we have all received this statement, and in case there's anyone who has not, please, I'm sure we have a few copies that we can circulate. I will now call upon the representatives of the external auditor to read their report in respect of the company's financial statements for the year ended December 2023. This will be presented by Mr. Elijah Olajumoye of KPM. KPM.
Good morning, shareholders. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here to present. It's a pleasure to be here to present the audited financial statements. The audited financial statement for NASD PLC for the year ended 31st December 2023. Mr. Chairman and the shareholders, please, I want to crave your indulgence to permit me to read the first two sections and the last two sections to save our time. Okay, thank you. Independent auditors report to the shareholders of NASD PLC. Report on the audit of the financial statements. Opinion. We have audited the financial statements of NASD PLC, the company which comprise the statement of financial position as of 31st December 2023, the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, the statement of changes in equity, the statement of cash flows for the year ended, and the notes comprising material accounting policies and other explanatory information. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of the company as at 31st December 2023, and of its financial performance and its cash flows for the year ended in accordance with IFRS accounting standards as issued by the International Accounting Standard Board, IFRS accounting standard, and in the manner required by the Companies and Allied Matter Acts, 2020, and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Amended Act 2023. This is of opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing. Our responsibility under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the financial statement section of our report. We are independent of the company in accordance with International Ethics Standard Boards for Accountants, International Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, including International Independent Standards, that is ISBA code, together with the ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of the financial statements in Nigeria. And we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with these requirements and the ISBA code. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide the basis for our opinion. I go to the last two sections. Report on other legal and regulatory requirements. Compliance with the requirements of standard. Compliance with the requirements of Schedule 5 of the Companies and Allied Matter Acts, 2020. We have obtained all the information and explanation which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. In our opinion, proper books of account have been kept by the company so far as appears from our examination of those books. The company's statement of financial position and statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of account. Compliance with FRC guidelines on assurance engagement report on internal control over financial reporting. In accordance with the requirements of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, we performed a limited assurance engagement and reported on management assessment of the company's internal control over financial reporting as at 31st December 2023. The work performed was done in accordance with ISA 3000 revised assurance engagement other than audits of reviews of historical financial information and the FIC guidelines on assurance engagement report on internal controller financial reporting. We have issued an unmodified conclusion in our report dated 28 March 2024. Signed on behalf of KPMG Professional Services, Elijah Oladumoye, FCA. Thank you.
Thank you very much, KPMG, Mr. Oladumoye. Thank you. Shareholders, I now propose that we take the audit committee's report, which will be presented by Mr. Adebayo Oluwafemi Bayomi, representing Mr. Nona Awo, Chairman of the Audit Committee.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, fellow shareholders. The report of the Statutory Audit Committee is on page 54 of the annual report of the session. Page 54, and I read. Report of the Statutory Audit Committee for the year ended December 31st, 2023, to the members of NASD PLC. In accordance with the provisions of Section 44.7 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, with the members of the Statutory Audit Committee of NASD PLC report as follows. 1. We have exercised our statutory function under Section 44.7 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 and acknowledge the separation of management in conducting these functions. 2. We are satisfied with the following. 2. We are of the opinion that the accounting and reporting policies of the company are in accordance with legal requirements and agreed ethical practices. 3. The scope and planning of the external and internal audit programs for the year ended 31st December 2023 were satisfactory and reinforced the company's internal control system. And 4, having reviewed the external auditors' findings and recommendations on management matters, and deliberated with the external auditors, who confirmed that they received management cooperation in the course of their audits. We are satisfied with management response to the management letters on the audit of the financial statement of the company. And this report was signed by Mr. Nona Awo, the chairman of the Statutory Audit Committee, and other members of the committee as follows. Things as I mentioned, their names, they should please stand up and take a bow to our shareholders. 1, Mr. Nona Awo, chairman of the audit committee and the shareholders representative. 2, Mrs. Nona Awo, you have been told that earlier by the chairman that she's on our already absent. Number 2, Mrs. Juliet Ebere-Chukwu-Baka, shareholders representative. Number 3, my humble self, Mr. Bayomi Oluwafemi Adebayo, shareholders representative. And number 4, we have Mr. Abubakar Lawal, a non-executive director. And last but not the least, we have Mrs. Olayinka Bolu, a non-executive director. Thank you very much for your audience.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adebayo Bayomi. You have definitely represented Mr. Nona Awo very, very well. Thank you. And also express our thanks to all members of our audit committee for the good job we have been doing. Thank you very much. Now, we will now proceed to questions and answers in accordance with Corporate Affairs Commission guidelines. Shareholders were requested to send their questions in 5 days before this meeting. But I think only one question is sent in something. But regardless of that, we are all here, and it's a very open company. We will do. We would like to give as many shareholders as possible who are physically present the opportunity to ask questions. Please, as you do so, mention your name and whichever company or association you represent, so that it will be properly recorded. I will select people, and thereafter we will then ask. We will then answer your questions together so that we can save some time. Can we start from the Secretary of the Financial?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, distinguished shareholders, regulatory authorities here present. I welcome all of us. My name is A.K. Chibuzo Emmanuel. I represent Independent Shareholders Association of Nigeria, the General Secretary. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I want to start on the note of observation. Mr. Chairman, I observe that the character on this document you give us, or we are considering, is so tiny to frustrate our eyes. You could see when Mr. Abayomi was reading, was trying to get the characters right. Secondly, sitting arrangement, Mr. Chairman. I want to charge the secretary that this is her meeting. Sitting arrangements, I know she came here quite early, and I expected her to have arranged the place of our representatives where they will sit, instead of that turning them back. And if you look at the camera, has been showing only the directors on that seat. So going forward, give them their own seat, so that when we look at them, we can easily refer to our representatives. Yes, Mr. Chairman. I want to appreciate the board for keeping this company going forward. If you look at page 31 to 35, shows the commitment of the board in charting the course of this company. I'm talking about the attendance at both board and other committee meetings. Is a very good one, and I want to say keep it up. I want to also look at page 41 and 42, retired directors. Mr. Chairman, they use their time to serve us. I want to suggest you tender our appreciation to them for their services and time. Look, if you look at page 43 to 45, talking about the new and retiring and eligible directors.
I want to say welcome, and they should take it up from where the retired ones have left and improve a lot of this company. Chairman, a lot is expected, and the board is already doing that. Yes, the cost of this document with us, the board has done well. If you look at page 59, I'm looking at fees and commission. There's a great improvement there. I want to see we should continue to improve. And liken it to what you have briefed us shows that there's a lot of effort, and I want our shareholders to be patient, because the item 2, what we consider as item 2, Mr. Chairman, is dividend. And since it's not there, you can see a lot of them, or a lot of us, frowning. But I want to tell them that this document with us is a historical document. And when the new one will come, the item 2 will be there. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Chairman, for that item 2 to be there, we have to look at managing our costs further. Reduce our costs of doing business in a way we can, because if we reduce our costs, definitely we will add more on the bottom line. Yes, Mr. Chairman, on the improvement line, I want to suggest or join my voice on improvement. SMEs. If we market SMEs, they will also come and quote in our platform. By that, I want to also suggest encouragement of other companies to come to our exchange. However, I want to sincerely thank the exchange for giving us this platform to trade, because we have hope. Yes, some of my colleagues here were saying that Aradel is leaving us, but there are other companies that I have seen here that are coming in. That is very, very encouraging. And I will say the management, the staff should do more to bring more businesses in there. Further to expenses, Mr. Chairman, let us work on page 80. Let us try and reduce the cost on hosting fees and security. Security is very, very high, from 4 point something million to 15 point something. It's very high. Very consistent to that is on page 79, where we have professional and consultants fee is also very high. We should also look at it to make sure we reduce such figures. This one is not in our annual report, Mr. Chairman. I want to talk on cyber crime. Cyber crime is of the increase now. If our company can train
especially the IT, for this opportunity you have given to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chibuzo Emmanuel. Thank you. So, Chibuzo, take it. Sorry. Then, after him.
I would like to say good morning to Chairman, Board of Directors, regulators present, my able shareholders. My name is Jibono Godfrey Uche, National Coordinator of Youth Alliance Shareholders Association. Now, Mr. Chairman, according to what the other speaker said, which I would not like to dwell on, is dividends. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Fano, sorry. I noticed that you gave us a brief, highlights, of things that went on. For a long time, I've not been attending this company. And the reason why is that the people that were there before were predecessors. They messed up this company. Sorry to say that. But I can see now that a new hands have come in. And that is why I decided to attend this meeting. Mr. Chairman, I looked on donations, Mr. Chairman. That's on page 30. On that donation, Mr. Chairman, money to Institute of Stockbrokers. There are other people that need money. We have the orphanages, widowers, IDPs, less privileges. We can throw our weight on that instead of those people. Those people already have money also. Yes, Mr. Chairman. Yes. Mr. Chairman, also again. Mr. Chairman, also again, I noticed that we employed one person because I saw from the last one it was 20 and it was 20. Now to employ only one person. Mr. Chairman, I pray that you put more people, sir. It will help, to display the unemployment in the market. Mr. Chairman, I also noticed that you talked about, your approval. That's your security from digital. Yes. Mr. Chairman, when you do all those things, I expect to carry shareholders along. Yes. There are some things that when you do, let people know. Okay, like a forum, pick some leaders, people, and let them know so that they will be able to, market your good deeds and know that our company is on the way forward. Mr. Chairman, also, I don't know why we are not able to give dividends. You know why? Because we have no incomes. We have listing fees, registration fees, a lot of other things that that bring in money into the kitty. Why are we not making money, Mr. Chairman? But Mr. Chairman, like I said earlier, we have given you a chance again. That is why I was able to highlight, the fees, data fees and other things like that bring in income. The past people, I don't know what they were doing with that money. Mr. Chairman, like I said, you are on the saddle. So, like I said, we are watching and we believe that you will deliver. Because, like I said, I trust you and I have high regards for you. And I believe that coming next time, like my predecessor has said, that number 2 is very, very important. Whether we like it or not, it's constitutional that we have dividends. And that's what will make us like you or hate you. Mr. Chairman, last but not least, I was able to check the annual report. I don't know, I didn't see any provision of conferring dividends. Haven't we been giving dividends? Please, I would like us to publish it. I'm talking to registrars now. Let us put it there so that at least people that have money, yes. You can see money in the chairman. So that's why I'm saying it. I would like us to give dividends. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Jibono, Godfrey Uche, National Youth Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Godfrey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, other directors, and good morning, Essential. The name is William Tanigan. Mr. Chairman, today, whichever way one look at it, truth is an open wound. I have known you for a very long time. You have achieved great things, and it is important that I inform you of this important notice. Today, before going further, I want to thank the Almighty God for using VFD as an instrument to weed away many opportunist Nigerian brokers who made pile of money here and end up and end up accumulating debt. Look, I have to go. This is my day. This is my day. I have to go.
It's your day.
Yes.
Don't let us make the medicine that we cannot solve.
I can substantiate.
Because, sorry, sir.
Please give me that bill.
Sorry.
No, give me.
Let me make my comment. I'm interjecting you, and I think I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm saying that you said just now, Bulgarians who are here who made a lot of money.
And inherited debt for you. Inherited every debt.
Please don't let us put anybody's name in the mud. These are people who served us very well. You may not agree, but I can tell you that without them, we won't be having this meeting. So please, but make your point, but don't let us cast aspersions on people who are no longer.
Okay. But Mr. Chairman, you will agree with me that if not for the grace of VDF, you will see this message continue. You agree with that? Mr. Chairman, today, no. Mr. Chairman, today, Mr. Chairman, whether we like it or not, some of us who attended this AGM last year will attend to this. I attended to this AGM last year and I knew what went on. And to the glory of God, some of them are still on this board. I am big. Mr. Chairman, you are sorry, I respect a lot. I will not want any individual to spoil your reputation. Some of these fellows are still on this board. But today, as a right thinking person, I still have to give VFD, yes, I still have to give them great respect for cleansing this system. VFD around the country. Either you like it or not, I have accepted your advice, but some of those elements are still on this board. I know what I'm saying. Mr. Chairman, no, please, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. Mr. Chairman, today, for some of us who have light volumes of this talk, will realize what I'm saying. Many Nigerians will have time, but I know the volume I have. My name is William Tanigan. I know how much I cough out to buy this stuff. And if people mess it up, no matter how good they are, I will rattle them. Because these are people who run broken and achieved a lot in their broken. I wonder why they could not achieve it. This thing is painful. Mr. Gade, I know you for long. You have done very well. And I must tell you the noble truth. These are people who run broken and make any success from that broken. I wonder why they do not perform. It don't be story, but the debt they left has given your humble self and other patriotic directors load of work to work on. Load of work. Over 400 million are debt. And some of us who are cost conscious, we should not deceive ourselves. You cannot be able, you can take your some of the statement you made, it's there. No, please, no. No. Yes. Please take chairman's statement. For some of us who are cost conscious, we'll appreciate you. But the truth is, with the accumulated loss, you cannot pay dividend next year. No. That is the truth I want to tell you. I know the volume as I go. So people who are finding volume, forget about your performance or the former performance. It is our belief that God will strengthen you. But be wary of some of those directors that still esteem to remain on this one. Once again, I want to thank you for cost reduction on expenses. But for some of us, we'll tell you the noble truth. The last speaker before me mentioned another statement, which is also glaring. Some of the shareholder groups that you relate to are just 5% of the 100% shareholder group. Yes, apart from my son, the board doesn't seem to recognize any shareholder group. That is the truth. Yes, that is the noble truth. I don't care if God is God. I don't care if God is God. The truth is, you should endeavor to carry other shareholder groups along. This performance is very poor. You are somebody I respect, and my brother here, Alaji. Yes, apart from those two of you guys, I don't have respect for any of them. Yes, that is the truth. I wish you thought, but believe the truth that you have a lot of work to do in your future. God bless you.
Thank you.
Again, let them know that you cannot offer dividend next year. The kind of this is all.
We'll respond to that.
Good morning, Chairman. Good afternoon. Standing on the existing protocol and fellow shareholders, I salute you all and for your patience without dividend for these past years. Now you have given us a projection that things will improve.
Your name, please.
Bamishile Abiola in one of the associations. Now, I thank you sincerely for giving us a clue that things are improving with the projections you have given us here. And I sincerely believe by this time next year, or whenever the AGM is next year, you will declare dividend by the grace of God. And we look forward to that. Now, I want you to look into the possibility of going into the universities, because the federal government in the federal institutions, they pay billions for their education and improvement along the research line, because your operation is technology driven. You stand to gain a lot from all these youth that you mentioned earlier, that you are trying to bring along into the business. So try to go to the universities, even for 1 million to 2 million, you'll be surprised at what they can deliver to you along the line of technology. Even AI, that is worldwide now, charges money for you to use them successfully. You have to pay some money. So that is better for you to do. Secondly, liaise with Manufacturing Association of Nigeria to bring along some unlisted companies, some private companies. You do well by going to MAN as well as Lagos Chamber of Commerce to select some companies and engage them on the possibility of getting listed. Now, what are you doing with respect to some of these companies that are listed, but you cannot get their shares to buy? Illiquid, they call them, like Neurest. You wait on end for years on end, you won't get them to buy. So try to do something to make them liquid so that we can take in some of their, shares as the shareholder. And also try to do something with the cryptocurrency that was taken on board by SEC. I'm impressed with the report of the MD, and he mentioned something about going into other businesses, diversifying for growth. And I wish you good luck along that line. But try to break down cryptocurrency as well as blockchain. Are you with me? To the barest minimum, so that ordinary shareholders can take part in it. It's left for you to research how you can bring it to the doorstep of ordinary shareholders, because there is lots of money to be made along the line of cryptocurrency as well as blockchain businesses. So break it down like broken down bones, and then throw it to the market for it to be piece of cake for everybody to start buying into. So also private placement. Try to get them joined together with all the man and some other associations for better business, because you can make a lot of fees for private placement businesses, because they supply funding for startups, as you know. And there are many bright young talents there in the universities, even on the street, that you need to discover and place them with people with the fund to grow their business. And you collect your fee. As simple as that. I thank you sincerely for your effort, and more grace to your elbow, and I wish you greater success. Thank you.
Maybe two more comments, but I know somebody from has been online trying to make a comment. I know yes. At the back, down there, we will there. Yes. Hello, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. My name is Abdul Adeni. My candidates, NSC, to see themselves as a competitor of AGS. When you want to be a competitor, you must match your competitor. One main problem you have in NSC is the issue of quarterly reports. Sorry, please. No, Mr. Adebayo, you cannot disrupt the meeting. You need to take your seat now. Take your seat now. If you are angry, you go outside and calm down. You can't disturb this issue. Please, if you don't have the floor, you can't say that. I can't say that. So please, you will have your say. You will have your say. Mr. Ageni, I don't want anybody to disturb this meeting. It's a private meeting. If you want to calm down, you go outside and calm yourself down. Go ahead, yes. When I look at entrance, they are looking for quarterly report. You get it. What is wrong with NLC? They are always fighting, even retailers, fighting to get your reports, quarterly reports. As an headmaster of NLC, whoever that is not going to comply with your law, send that company back to you. They cannot be disrupting your business. So I want you to be very fair on quarterly reports. That's what I want to say, sir. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, yes, please.
Thank you very much. I think that my name is Oladosu. I represent Equity Capital Solutions. I think that it's important that shareholders try to understand the history of this company. Some people toiled, did their best to bring this company to bear. If they did not do what they did at that time, we will not be having this meeting. And it is very, very unfair to come to malign people here to talk about them as if they have done anything wrong. Nobody has been alleged or proven to have done anything wrong in this company, whether now or in the past. They served meritoriously. These fellows did so well to get a license for this exchange. And they built this exchange. The nature of the business of an exchange is not the same thing as a manufacturing company. It is not the same thing like a bank. So if we don't understand the business of this company, we should try to understand it. So that when we come for AGM, we will pass the appropriate comments and we'll be able to contribute meaningfully. To say that some people are here, they have been driven away by some people, every shareholder has the right to be on the board of this company. Everybody has the right to be on the board of this company. The people that we are saying have sanitized the board, they are shareholders. They have been on this board for several years now. What has been their own contribution to the board? Why are we calling a particular shareholder to say that they have sanitized the board? No single shareholder can do it alone. Everybody must cooperate to ensure that the business runs very well. I think that we should mind our language when we come to AGMs and say the right things. If we manipulate people and call them what they are not, they have a right to take action against us as individuals. So please, I want to beg that we should read the book, read the message from the MD, from the chairman. Let us understand the business of our company and try to support the business of our company. That's my comment, sir.
That is very good. Thank you very much. Mr. Aoyemi.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Please, I want to be sure of the company. I'm an independent individual investor. I've been investing in our company for more than 5 years. I've also been a user of the platform. I'm also one of the beta testers of our mobile app.
I'm sorry, I missed your name.
My name is Odini.
Odini.
Joseph. Yes. I am speaking here as a user of the mobile app, Nasd investor, and a shareholder of this company. Firstly, I put more interest in this company, frankly speaking, after I heard reports of the last AGM, even though I was not in attendance. But recently, there was a report in the news that V Group alleged that some directors that were purportedly due for retirement were not presented for re-election at this meeting. Instead, some newly appointed directors were presented. I need clarification on that, please. Secondly, I listened to your report and I read the entire report. I think this is the abridged version. I read the full report. Why do no has been so problematic, but it's still problematic to sell shares of Arabel. But I was not able to sell. I was able to buy, but I couldn't sell Arabel on that particular day. I made a screenshot. I contacted the market operations team. They asked me to do It's free video of my house. I did it, but I wasn't able to sell on that day. I was able to sell on that share, other stuff during Lincoln others. And I commend the market operations team, especially Mr. Kuja and Mr. Lawrence. They are very effective. So, I let Mr. Kajutan is sick, and I usually fully recovered. I also want to speak about the NAS enterprise portal. I think that's on page 18 on this annual report. In the full version, we spoke about the NASD in depth. We said it's only accredited investors that can be subscribed on that platform. And I sent an email. I followed up. I've been sent a link to that NASD portal twice, and I've attempted to register, and I've failed. The second time I was able to access the portal after registering, I was told I had to present company's registration and company. So what is the criteria first for selecting accredited investors? Private individuals can buy and sell on that portal, but actually on the website, on the portal, individuals cannot directly register. I was then later referred to my broker to present them. Probably, I will also have to speak about the level of corruption and I'll say illegalism in the market, but especially it affects your competitor. And I think it's getting into NASD. I have a broker that has been very problematic.
We will go transcom.
My portfolio, with the NGX portfolio and NASD portfolio with them, I transfer to another broker because they were more efficient. They had better online services. So after I've moved my NGX account to the other broker, this broker sent me a mail that after doing all their due diligence and after clearing and everything, that I was owing them about 350,000 naira. I told them that it is not just like cleared all my debts. I was not owing. In fact, I was not. I'm not even. I never took a loan. I never took margin. And it was a cash account. So you cannot say after I've moved my account that I'm owing you. So they said because I left the NSD account with them in good faith so that I could have business to visit them. But they said they were going to hold on to my NSD account because I was probably owing them after they had already moved my NGX account. So I left the account with them for a while, and it even profited me because in that period, I rather moved from like 150 when I went to like 9,500 naira. So they held my account postpaid. But when I was determined to move it from them, I wrote to NASD. I informed Mr. Kapitan, informed Mr. Lawrence, and they guided me on a step-by-step basis on how to achieve it. And I must confess that I achieved moving my NASD from them. Thanks to NASD. So summarize, I really appreciate your good work. And I appreciate PFD Group for their influence, positive influence they've had on our company. And I want to say that next year, I expect better news from NASD PLF. God bless NASD, God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. I think I don't know if Shazoni has been waiting online. If you still there to speak, otherwise, is it ready now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon, my chairman.
Thank you.
My contribution is very short, and I just want to say that we are lucky to have a NSD, because any business that doesn't have competition is bound to think that is doing well forcefully. So you are doing great, and apart from that, your platform has actually produced the highest price stock to us, which is like a sign of luck to anybody that had ARA there. It's a sign of stock, and that's the highest price stock today, apart from either foreign stock or anything. But the fact is that we need to see more of that exchange. Policies must change. You must tell those coming to the exchange that they must bring forth all the capital of their company so that it will be available to customers. What is NGS doing that they cannot do? If you are looking for alternative, yes, NSD is alternative. You must do the right thing by ensuring that all your capital is given to the company so that they can have something to trade on. Presently, we are finding it difficult to buy stocks on NSD, and it's not the fault of NSD, it's the fault of those promoters, companies that want to use the alternative platform that we have in NSD. So please, I appeal to the management of NSD that we must change policies, look at it broadly, and ask anybody who is interested in the alternative platform to please send in all they have. Should not be done in piecemeal because it's not going to help the exchange growth. It's very important that if you are looking for alternative, we have NSD there, and it should be a pride to whoever goes to NSD to get what they didn't get from other platforms. So that is why we have to look at our policies and review these policies to be able to be in position to help the investors. It's not fair for investor that has his money to spend trying to get NSD and is not getting what he wants, whereas the stock is in NSD. Whatever it takes to correct these things, so we need to correct them so that we will enjoy our participation in NSD. It's very important. The second thing, and most likely, is the dividend of NSD. Every investor look forward to good dividend. And besides, the number of shares of NSD shares in the market is too small. We either think of increasing the capital so that interested investors will be able to buy into NSD, which is very important. We look at increasing the capital either by way of right or public offer, so that people can be very happy to be participants and shareholders of NSD. Apart from that, the management of follower is always a proven thing that anything the chairman puts his hand into is always a delight of investors. And therefore, I have no choice, or rather, I have no doubt in my mind that NSD is going to be a very good stock, a well-sought stock with the caliber of management and board. They are headed by Egwaide and Kayode. I believe that please make the shares of NSD available to other investors so that we can buy into it. The capital is too small. Try to increase the capital for us to be able to participate. So it's very important. I want to thank you and wish you further success in operating NSD. So thank you very much, and God bless all of us, including the directors and the shareholders.
Thank you very much. And thank you for taking time to join us from far away. Mr. I think last person is Mr. Awayemi, and that will be all. Yeah, Thank you.
So good afternoon. My name is Olufemi Awayemi. Same thing here, Securities, FSL Securities. But also, I want to speak to you as the founder of Bushel. One of the most important things about the HA in my over 3 decades here is that the kind of contributions you had here, management and board do not get to hear it unless it happens at the whatever Mr. Williams said, whatever a gentleman said over there, they are not necessary conversations. A board is not one direction, it is about different positions. therefore say today is that I have also let one or two things from the country. I thought I read this report before coming here. But when I listened to the chairman's comment, there were some things he mentioned. One is the absence of the fact that we do not understand that when in 1998, listen very carefully, 1998 was when NSD was created. I think sometimes we forget, we keep on looking at 2030. NSD was founded in 1998. Somebody like my friend Nicholas Okoye, who led the revolution in the NGX there, where some of those who were asking for OTC markets. Nothing was done. They were looking to all this thing together. If you understand. And they were approaching it for what they call market development. But here's the question. If you start something in 1998 and we're in 2024, we will have changed circles. So when we got to 2013 and we started the first equity trading, between 2013 to 2024 is 10 years, which was last year, right? So naturally, change will occur. Whatever the motivation, change will occur. But this your current board. This your current board is only 9 months into a stewardship. The accounts you are looking at is only 3 months after your decision. Yet, in his statement, he told you that based on the position as at the time of going end, if you there, what I am looking for, I encourage you when we meet together next year, is to be ready to say, where are we from what? That last decision to now. Between that time to now, we have 30% increase. Between that time and now, when they make this decision, it's about 40% increase. But yet, there are still problems ahead. So, it is important for all of us to know as members that the job of NASD is to identify companies like Canada, raise them, allow them to move on, and then find others. It is not a loss to us, it is part of what we are. This company was set up as the one that was the whole bridge market, SMEs, and the capital market. Now, would you be investing in a company for 10 years and not getting dividend? No. It is therefore important that we find a way to come together and then address them. Therefore, what we should be looking at is to say, what is the combination of those with experience, those with political clout, those with new ideas, so that they can match together, plus our own. A board is the one representing us, right? We should also be a part of it. And so that is why every single person that has spoken here today has said what is important. So in summary, let me end by making this point. When people speak, we try to drown them out. The only thing we can drown out is lies. We cannot drown out truth. Some of us behave in different ways, but all of us collectively must be here today, don't fully well, that by the time we get to 31st December 2024, and by the time we get to October or September 2025, what stories would we want to hear? Which song would we be singing? And on that note, I have reported on this matter. And you know, I always stand on the side of the shareholders. But I will plead with that. Thank you very much. And it is therefore important that I will say to this distinguished gentleman, what happened to your tab? Where is your tab? Write it to yourself and put it down. No, you see, the gentlemen here, some of them were those who even taught me. Some of them are those who collaborate with. Some of them are those I fight with. Some of them don't even talk. You see these other people on this table? Those are the people we should focus on. The auditors, the SEC, the company secretary. We have a good company, but yet this company must understand two things. One, market development has a fix. Profitability and returns on investment also has a fix. Two of them relate at the same time. For them to say thank you. Let us progress forward.
Thank you very much. Review. Shareholders, I believe we are taking part. Pardon? Go ahead, madam.
We are regulators. Please give your name. Okay, good day, the court. My name is Mrs. P.O. Obide, the National Coordinator of Health and Social I think we are regulators. I have just something that is not clear for me. Is it possible for a company, if I told them here, if they pay between 100 and 100, I will mention, they hold a meeting. The register, they don't know about it. It's a Kara meeting. People, I don't know how they coordinate people. Now they want to host another meeting, which is not well planned. I don't know, maybe you can enlighten me. For a company to hold a meeting, people the registrar, they did not know about it.
Which company, madam?
I don't want to be known at the time. I said the company is in place 110. I want
you don't want to mention.
to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
You can as well use stock exchange. We are here from Pakistan that we came to attend a meeting. Please keep that. No tea. If you are Oyinbo, we give us receipt. I think they should complement it with receipt. And if you take it, it should be like 5 million or 2 million. We can still use stock exchange. Then we have something for breakfast or lunch if we don't. This is 50 naira. My daughter or my son, I'm from ATM. Our company, our regulator, we are giving this thing.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much, Mrs. Obide. Having listened to the comments from shareholders, let me now make a summarization of our comments. Obviously, some of the comments are similar, and so I may not need to go through every one. But I want to start from, the comments about the quality of the output of this document and the funds that has been noted. Management will ensure that those of us who are now getting near that situation where you have to read it very well, you can see very well. And also, we apologize for the sitting arrangement about your representative is noted, and we will ensure that that does not happen going forward. Let me talk about one point that has been very topical here. On what I having a debt of 400 million. So you mentioned debt, but having said it's okay, the mistake, that's fine. So anyway, the most important thing here is that from what I have said, we will most likely have about 400 million PBT like this end of 2024, which contrary to what one of us said, actually, when you position, you'll be in a position to pay dividend, no matter how you do it. And therefore, whether we are Christians or Muslims, let us continue to trust with God. Let us be positive minded in whatever we do. You see, they say, I remember when I primary school, and they say, say your prayer in case the angels are passing. And then they also don't say a cause in case the angels are passing and they say amen to you. So we must not put our company or ourselves in a place where we are having what they call negative confession. That's what is very common in Christianity and Christian, and I'm sure there are similar things in Islam. So please, this is possible with everything going as planned. And those things will go as planned when you have peace and harmony in your company. If tomorrow, the only thing that the MDA will do for the rest of the year is putting out fires, either from some publication that are or whatever, of course, you will not be able to achieve that objective. And that will not bode well for all of us. So it is important that we know it is possible. That is quite possible because the figure that we are looking at will help us to clear up accumulated loss. It may not be much, but if it's even the first time, that will mean that we are making progress. Thank you very much. We take your comment. We take your comment on cost management. We will continue to try. Like I mentioned in my speech, the cost grew by just less than 3% because the management and Mr. Ario's committee finance and investment. Mr. Ario, for you to take anything through, you must sweat because it's a really good job. Yes. Yeah. I thought it's even for you. So it's no wonder in that. And also, a chairman of governor all the of our friends. In a year where you have to give for your correct percent, it means a lot of work has gone into that. Now, let me talk about the issue of Aradel. Aradel living life, I said, see it as a plus. You know, so there's this thing about somebody saying this glass is half full and somebody saying that half empty. So if Aradel came to our platform of the price of 350, when it leaves at the price of 10,000, what does that tell those people that have not come to our platform? They know that NAD is a platform where they can achieve market price discovery and they can create value. So rather than see this exit as a loss, I see it as a value creation. NAD has created value for all the shareholders and can do like can do the same for every other company that is available. I do assure you about that is that we on this board are going to ensure that we drive management, we help management as much as possible, drive them as much as possible to bring more added to the company. Our prayer is shareholders should do that, we should do that. Please let us avoid we know that and we try to avoid it very much. I know somebody talked about relation to CIS. We'll look at that. The CIS, besides the top brokers, probably 60% of the shareholders are top brokers. So sometimes it's sort of our own industry. But your point is noted. We should look at the less privileged. And then talk about recruitment and there are people we talked about today. You need to know that it's not all blue. Sometimes when you read some things in some press, in some talk about it, they send wrong signal about your company. Your company is doing better than some people are writing about your company. It's your duty as shareholder to also do positive confession about your company. Tell those people that they are wrong and very soon by the grace of God. Now, in terms of well, this is a very touchy one, but I must talk about it. But I'd love to avoid it, but I don't think we can avoid it because the genie is out. Mr. Alado was spoken about. Let me be clear. This market, like he said, has been in conception for as long as I joined this market. I am over 30 years in this market. My first CAC, after what's it called? CXC meeting. Then, Mr. Adetuji was talking about racing and OTC. From the end to the racing and OTC. And I know that it took traction when Mr. Dipo Aino, was made the chairman of the OTC committee, working with some of the same people that have worked on this work. It will not be fair. I will not simply sit here today and say to you, I think they did extremely well. Without them, we can't have this market. In a good recognition to people who have done well. They have left the board, and I don't think we should have a passion for them. It's not there. Mr. Tola Ogolori is the leader of the top voting committee in Nigeria today. There's no top voting camp that does not know that. And our markets, even the entire capital market, if the president wants to talk to the entire capital market today, that is the person who's going to talk to. And he did a lot. Without you, without Chicken Wazi, without Dipo Aino, we will not practice. Between 2008 and 2013, when the committee, there was a lot of time, a lot of work they did. Finally, on that, I think that we must understand that the market infrastructure needs time to get to its full potential. Some of the benefits we are getting today is also the result of the work that has been done in the past. So please, on a lighter note, you know, when I was growing up, when we were in university, and then whenever I don't wanted to years back, when you had answered our 55, you didn't want to, whenever they wanted to pay, you didn't want to get it at that. Only about 40, 50, 60. So we will also get to that 80 that the son of God will do quickly. And by the grace of God, we will be productive. Thank you very much. So please, let us continue to have, peace and harmony amongst us. We agree there must be division of opinion, but let us be harmonious amongst ourselves. Mr. Udini, thank you for all your points. Most of those points I can't answer, they are very technical. So the MD will deal with them. Femi, thank you for your comments. Sir Sonny too, thank you for all you said about being the highest stock. We produce the highest stock in the Nigerian capital. That's a plus for your comment. I think you give yourself a round of applause. Yeah. So please let us work together and have a blend of everybody being harmonious. Thank you, Mr. Babishile. Okay, the issue of retirement by rotation, if somebody raised, thank you. I think it was you that raised it. We have examined that. Somebody wrote, whatever that person wrote, there's nothing that says it's correct, but we know the root. The company is representing a firm of very reputable law firm, GIO nominees, and the law firm is one of the best in corporate practice. We've sought their opinions. We've sought other external solicitors' opinions, and they told us that what was not right. People regard
it's going off. The mic is going off. Yeah, the mic. Yeah, all the time. Is it working? Working. There you go. Check you on this side. And this week. And this one. Get lights there. Sure.
Retired 2 years ago, can be retiring again when some have not retired. That's the very principle. And therefore, when it's next year, the same people you are talking about, when they are told to retire, is very well known to very well known people. There was some misconception, but we clarified that. And if there are still people who still have issues with it, after this AGM, they can bring it forward. You can even call people of corporate governance to come and advocate, and they will tell us what the right decision is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've addressed most of the things we have said. And we wanted to now move forward. Thank you very much for all that you have. Let us be hopeful that the future will be bright. And let us be hopeful that Mr. Adebayo will be very happy next year. All right, thank you. Now, in the absence of further comments on this, I think we have to make some progress. Let us make some progress. In the absence of further questions, please let us make progress. Oh yes, we have MD. All right. Well, the MD. Yes, my
Good afternoon. Do you want a direct answer to your questions on the technical issue? Okay. Uday, the issue with your mobile app had to do with the CSCS. The CSCS locked you out of the system. And once the CSCS locks you out, there's nothing that NASD can do. And I think that was explained to you. So it's not a fault of the mobile app. It's a fault of the procedure of how you try to interact with the entire system. So I'm sure that situation was resolved after a period of time. And as far as Nasd is concerned, the Securities and Exchange Commission has a definition of qualified investors. And qualified investors have to do with it's a cross between high net worth individuals, institutional investors, and yes, institutional investors and high net worth individuals. So the individuals who can register on Nasd are currently corporate investors, institutional investors. So if you present on Nasd as an individual investor that does not fit the description of a qualified investor, the system will not take you on. So it's not something that we have done deliberately against you. The system will progress, but the whole idea from the Securities and Exchange Commission is that this is a private market. And for a private market, you must protect investors from going into investments that are not properly understood, So Nasd currently is open only to qualified investors, currently institutional investors. That's the explanation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think now we can proceed. I think that's enough. If there's any other clarification, we can take it with the after. Thank you very much. So we now go on to the voting. I will now call on the registrar to explain the procedure for voting throughout this meeting. Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, please be informed that we have captured a total of 89 shareholders' voting details received by proxy and holding 394,973,457 units, representing 79% of the issued share capital. Hence, the voting results will be displayed of the votes cast here today. The votes cast are configured to represent your shareholding in NASD PLC. Once the voting session commences, the voting options for, against, and abstain will come up on your device screen. Please click on the reference button in accordance with your desire and choice. Each shareholder can change their vote during the voting period, but once the voting period has ended, the last button you press will be recorded as your vote. For coherence, note that the voting result displayed will be rounded up in percentage of the shareholding to a whole lot. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for original registration. Please recall that the annual report on account for the year ended December 31, 2023, and the director's report and the own committee reports sent to all shareholders have been presented. We now move the motion for the adoption of the report. Will the shareholders please second the motion for adoption of the report? I think a lady this time, a lady, yes, a lady.
My name is Moturaya. I saw this song.
Thank you very much. Any seconder? Oh, yes, yes, seconder. No, she has not pressed seconder, sorry. More than seconder.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we have the resolution on, and the timer is up. Please cast your votes. On your device, you can click on the button 1, which represents for, 2 is against, or 3 is abstain. You may vote now. We have 20 seconds to the end of the voting period. Ten seconds to the end of the voting period. Voting has ended, and we have 126 shareholders who voted in favor of the resolution by 100%. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Intervention on the vote.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ali Ayawole Sikiru from Ibadan. About this result of the voting pattern we have done now, some of us do not have a quicker path to vote. What do we do about that? Quicker path. Voting path. Some of us do not have it here.
So, Mr. Chairman, at the point of accreditation, the clicker pads were allocated to eligible shareholders.
I'm one of them.
Some of the attendees are proxies and observers.
I'm
not looking into this.
I'm not a proxy. I'm an accredited shareholder. The shareholders numbers are
988-983-8943. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Doesn't matter. Even if it is one, and the shareholder absolutely correct. Ladies and gentlemen, this one meeting, I think the point is noted and you are valid. If you are a shareholder, you should have had that. Now, how will you have voted? For or against? Can we go back to a show of hands? No, you can vote. You can still tell us your vote now. Are you going to approve or disapprove the vote? Not giving a quicker path. That is what I'm telling you. Even if I have 1 minute, I'm a technical shareholder.
Thank you, Executive Shareholder. It's been confirmed that it's a proxy, please.
Thank you very much. Well, I think we can try to do this up later. Nobody should be disenfranchised from casting their votes. Having said this now, I think we can now proceed. The motion is carried. What information on the vote? Yes.
I am Udi Joseph Oluwasegun. I would like to express the fact that I was disenfranchised recently. I voted, but it wasn't reflected. I actually tested the system by voting against, and it didn't even show one single individual vote against. So please check that.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we can now go on to the next item. And the next item on the agenda is the ratification of the appointment of Mrs. Aisha Abraham as an independent director. Following the provisions of Section 274 of the CAMA and upon thorough scrutinization by the board, it appointed. Can we have one meeting, please? It appointed Mrs. Aisha Abraham as an independent non-executive director. The following being eligible is being recommended for election as an independent NED in accordance with Section 273, subsection 1 of CAMA 2020. Mrs. Aisha Abraham. I therefore move that Mrs. Abraham, who has joined us virtually, should be appointed as an independent non-executive director of the company in accordance with Section 273. Will the shareholder please second the motion? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Thank you. I will now call on the registrar. I will now call on the registrar to conduct the voting. One meeting, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we'll have the resolution on the screen. The timeline is on. Please press 1 on your data pad if it's support. Press 2 on your progress. Right now, the end of the vote. Please ask your vote accordingly. Thank you. Voting has ended, and we have 126 shareholders who voted in favor of this resolution, one against the resolution, and another shareholder abstained from the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Can you display that result again? I want to address one meeting, please. It's important for the credibility of the meeting. Mr. Odini, you mentioned something. Please come down. If you look at the screen, you will see that your against vote is recorded there. Somebody also abstained, and I guess somebody else is also trying to test the credibility of the. We must trust ourselves. We must trust ourselves and our company. The abstain also shows there. However, if you are voting 395 million units of shares, and somebody votes 50 units against, because of, it's so insignificant that you still capture it at 100%. So I hope it is clear now that the system is okay. Are we all correct? Yeah. Thank you very much. Now, I declare the motion and carry. I'm sorry, I will not. What is the point of order?
Mr. Chairman, I have 1,500 units.
Well, the question now, okay, so Mr. Odini, obviously, I think it's obvious to me that you want to force the system. Just a minute. But really, you can be sure of one thing here. We know that. It's okay. So we need to make some progress. I think, I don't know, it's a question now of what the registrar is telling us and what you are telling us. So I'm sure they will look at it. Now we need to make progress. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we need to make progress. Yes, we need to make progress. So it's a question of what one shareholder says versus what our registrar says. The registrar, but they are either reputable, original registrar, they are reputable, they are one of the best. I also am chairman of the registrar, and I know that they are good. I declare motion carried. So we can now go on to the election of non-executive directors. And the following directors are retiring by rotation in accordance with section 285 of the Parliament and being eligible are presenting themselves for election. Mrs. Kelechi Ezezika, Ms. Olayinka Bolo, who are joined actually, and Mr. Ishmael Ebojagi. I wish to start from Mrs. Kelechi Ezezika. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Ezezika is also virtually. Mrs. Ezezika retiring by rotation and she's presenting herself for re-election at this meeting. And for re-election as a director. I therefore propose that we should consider Mrs. Ezezika for re-election in accordance with the section 280 of will the shareholder second the motion? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Mr. Olugosi. Now, I think we can start the voting.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have the resolution on. And the timer on. Please ask your questions.
Be careful.
Voting is still in progress. Please cast your votes accordingly. Thank you. Voting has ended, and we have 83 shareholders who voted in favor of the resolution, which represent 99.84%. And we have 41 shareholders who voted against this resolution, and it represents 0.16%. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. So, see, the motion. As you can see, 99.8% voted in favor of the election of this president, and therefore declare the resolution as carried. Next is Mrs. Olayimika Bolu, who is retiring by rotation and has presented herself for re-election at this meeting in accordance with CAMA. And she's joining the meeting online, and we would like to propose her for re-election as a director of the company. Will the shareholder
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for giving us signing up to the name. The right to second the motion.
Thank you very much. You took it away from her. Thank you very much. What's the name again, madam? Madam? Come here. Thank you very much. Can we now commence the process of voting?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So without the resolution on screen, the timer is on. Please cast your vote accordingly. Voting is still in session. Please cast your vote accordingly. Devices you have one prevents yes, 2, which is no, or 3 to abstain. Thank you. We have 20 seconds to the end of the voting period. Voting has ended, and we have 125 shareholders who voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, 100%. I declare the motion carried unanimously. Round of applause. Finally, I need to Mr. Ishmael Abudadi, who is here, the person and retiring by rotation, and presented himself for election by this meeting in accordance with the articles, the rules and of association. With the shareholder, please second the motion. Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Awosoya. Thank you very much. Can we now have the vote to register?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now the resolution of at the timer is on. You may cast your vote, please. Voting is still in session. Please cast your votes accordingly.
Okay, sorry.
To the end of the room. Looking at it, and we have 81 shareholders who voted in favor of the resolution, which represents 99.8%. And we have also recorded 42 shareholders who voted against this resolution, and it represents 0.16%. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. So the parents, I declare the motion carried. I wish to congratulate our colleagues on the board, Mrs. Aisha Abraham, Mrs. Ezezika, Mrs. Olayinka Bolo, and Mr. Ishmael Ebudagi for the good work that we're doing, and we hope that working together we'll be able to realize the aspirations of shareholders. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can now proceed to the next item, which has to do with remuneration of auditors. And this agenda is to reappoint, is with respect to the appointment of Mrs. KPMG as auditors of the company and to authorize the director to determine the remuneration of the auditors. I wish to move that the directors be and are hereby authorized to reappoint KPMG as independent auditors and determine the remuneration of the auditors for the accounting year ending 1st December 2024. Now, the shareholder, please second the motion. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Akweye Victoria. I told you.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we'll have the resolution up. And the timer is on. Please cast your votes accordingly. Voting is still in progress. Please cast your votes accordingly. I will take up and 1 represents yes, 2 represents no, or 3 abstain. We have 20 seconds to the end of the voting period. Second to the end of the voting period. The voting has ended. We have 116 shareholders who voted in favor of the resolution and 1 vote against the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Again, we know that shareholder is testing the system. But that's fine. We must have faith. I keep saying we must have faith in ourselves. So I declare the motion carried. We now proceed to the audit committee. In accordance with section 404, section 3 of CAMA, the audit committee shall consist of 3 shareholders of the company and 2 non-executive directors, subject to a maximum of 5 members. The board has approved the following directors to represent each on the audit committee. They are Lady Abubakar Lawa and Mr. Olayinka. By the expiration of the sanctioning period, which is 21 days before the AGM to receive nomination for shareholders representatives on the audit committee. The following persons were nominated by shareholders in accordance with the provisions of CAMA. The nominations received are Mr. Nona Awo, who accepts the apologies for not being here. Mrs. Zaka Ebere Chukwu, Mr. Adebayo. I wish to move that the following nominees be appointed as members of the audit commission to serve until the next annual general meeting. Mr. Nona, Mrs. Ebere Chukwu, and Mr. Abayomi Adebayo. Thank you very much. Well, we are not going to vote, are you? Already told the case has unanimously carried. Thank you very much. Now, the next item is on disclosure of manager's remuneration. In accordance with section 257 of CAMA, the director's fees, total director's fees for the financial year ending 31st December 2023. Again, I repeat, not individual directors. Total paid back to all directors in the year is 8,325,000 naira for all the 9 directors that we have. And that is contained in the report that you have. To the special. And this special business has to do the company wishes to amend its articles of association by consolidating articles 1 to 12 of the articles adopted by a special resolution passed by the company on the 17th day of July 2019 with articles 13 to 14 of the company's articles of association in one document, and generally to bring the articles in line with the model articles as set out in the company's regulation 2021. Can the shareholder please? Okay.
Kenneth, move that motion.
Thank you very much. Now we then vote.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we have the resolution and the timer is 1. Please cast your vote accordingly. Voting is still in session. Please cast your vote.
Can you see? Okay. Can you see? Should I finish?
Hold up.
We have 25 seconds.
Are you sure this thing has sound? Are you sure it has sound? You have here. Have here.
Voting has ended. In favor. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And there is no opposing vote.
Thank you very much. I therefore declare